Hello everyone, welcome to Tuesday. If you have been around with us for any amount of time, you know that Tuesday means it's either Trash Talk Tuesday or Dog Talk. We'll decide. This is a little bit of both. It's a little bit of a trash talk and a little bit of a dog talk all in one. So, what we're talking about is how fentanyl is the norm in illicit market. So basically, it's now a real popular street drug. What is fentanyl exactly? Just for everybody who may not know.
It's a morphine analog, so it's along the lines of morphine, codeine, hydromorphone. I mean, it's of the opioid class.
Okay, so what is it? Why would somebody want it? Just pain management, or just to abuse it because it makes them feel good?
Well, yeah, it's morphine.
Yeah.
So you get a high out of it. And it's pretty much an instant high and doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
Problem with it is the potency.
Yeah. Yeah.
And right now, there's probably, I don't know what your article says, but this is kind of interesting because this goes back to my medical review officer training. Mm-hmm. There's probably about 60 to 100 different types of fentanyl out there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And we were having a discussion one day about different types of fentanyl, and the most potent fentanyl that's out there on the street, not available commercially, but out on the street, is a fentanyl called carfentanil. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now I'm going to show you how potent carfentanil is.
Oh, I have a feeling it's a pin dot.
This much right here at the top of this pin, okay, that much carfentanil is enough to kill a horse.
Oh my God. That's dangerous.
Well, what it is, okay, if it's that potent, then you can imagine a tablet of carfentanil is enough to make probably about 500 doses of fentanyl that could be sold on the street. The problem of it is, if you get 1 grain too much, you're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah. And so there's been a lot of deaths from carfentanil.
Yeah. Is that what Michael Jackson had, was fentanyl?
No, he had propofol.
Oh, propofol. Yeah.
So it's really, this fentanyl thing.
That's
we haven't
scary.
we haven't even touched the surface of where this is going to be going.
Well, basically they say
there's going to be more deaths from fentanyl in the next 5 years than probably from all opioids combined.
And the reason that it is
did it say that?
No, I don't know that it did. You want to know the truth is I didn't really read the article. Oh. I just thought it looked like a good one.
Shocker.
I mean, I skimmed it. I skimmed it. I was like, you know what? That sounds good.
This is great informative talk. We're done. I'm prepared because of what I know.
Do you know what's
She's
so
not.
Great? I don't have to be prepared.
This is going to be a trash talk because I'm going to trash you over this.
You know, the thing is, you are the one with all the wisdom. So why should a peon like me... No, try to learn all this stuff. You know what?
Why don't you just get out of this video and I'm going to take over this show.
Okay. I'm going to run through a couple things because I did read parts of it. And I was like, yeah, that sounds good. Okay. So basically they said the reason that it is because there has been such a clamp down on prescription medications for those who were using opioids before for pain management. So it's clamped down so much that these people are pretty desperate. And dealers prefer to sell fentanyl for several reasons. Now, this might speak to what you were talking about. The supply is reliable, so they know they can count on it. I'm assuming because you can get a lot.
Supply is reliable because it's easy to smuggle.
Yes. It said that that basically where like oxycodone, hydrocodone, etc., are also available on the market, but legal fentanyl is very tightly controlled.
Yes.
So even though legally, well, it is tightly controlled, so it makes sense that it would be easier to access that way. But would you think it would be more sought after than oxycodone and hydrocodone?
Well, it's more readily available.
Okay, so that's really the only reason. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they say that it's reliable from Mexico and China, so that's usually where it's coming from. Also they said that the increase of this medication on the street is crazy.
Yes.
Of course, because the more you can't get it, the more...
Yes, and remember when I said with carfentanil, if you bring it in, because a lot of these, even like your pure cocaine and stuff, they have to cut it, dilute it. You know,
exactly.
They want it concentrated. But one tablet of carfentanil is 300 doses of fentanyl. So you can take one tablet, smuggle one tablet the size of a Tylenol, and I don't know what a dose, they're probably getting $10 a dose. So one tablet is probably worth $30,000.
Oh, wow.
Of drug.
Whoa, that's wow.
Yeah, because it truly is a grain of sand of that carfentanil will kill a horse.
And these are people who they are not trying to cut it right.
No,
I
no,
mean,
they don't
they're
care.
trying to get their cut.
I mean, they
but-
don't. They honestly don't want to kill anybody because they want their money.
Yeah.
So they got to have their customers coming back.
Yeah.
But if it's I don't I don't even know what they're even cutting it with, but it has to be.
That's exactly part of the problem.
Yeah, it is.
That we don't know what they're cutting it with. So as a result, sorry, I want to make sure that this is still recording. Okay, good. As a result, you don't know what you're putting in your body. So you could also die not because of fentanyl, but what they cut it with.
But our overdoses of fentanyl, deaths from fentanyl, are going to far surpass everything here in just a little bit.
They also said that they said diluting their products, they were quick to realize that cutting fentanyl makes more money, lowers risk, which is your part, exactly what they said. They also encourage fentanyl users to buy products that counteract that overdose. So anyway, I don't know if they're selling that or not. Can you get those types of counteracting drugs over the counter?
I think, yeah, you're able to. And they were trying to make the supply of Narcan, which counteracts it relatively easily. You know, but the problem with it is one dose is only going to last about 30 minutes. And if you took a big overdose, you're going to need more than one dose. So yeah,
they basically just say that what's really scary about all this is that this is becoming the new norm. This is the street drug right now. This is the thing people are going
you're going to see more and more of it.
This is just growing and growing, they said, and the prices are just going up too. So, and the prices of oxycodone, it looks like, the prices of oxycodone are also going up.
It's getting more scarce because doctors just are not going to write a prescription for that stuff.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, the DEA has really clamped down pretty hard on doctors. And I've seen a lot of this recently to where a lot of people, and unfortunately so, that had debilitating arthritic conditions that need some relief of pain. Their doctor's like, nope, go see somebody else. I'm not writing for that anymore. And it's because a lot of the DEA, what they've been clamping down on physicians about, like, what are you writing this for? And of course, then you got the pharmacist out there, and they're playing God, and you're writing too many, and they can turn this into the Board of Healing Arts. Everybody can turn this into the DEA and Board of Healing Arts. So it's getting to be a real pain anymore to do anything.
Yeah. And I actually just talked to a guy today who said, he has some problems. You remember? He's the one that I went and talked to, and he has really had he ended up applying for a medical marijuana card. He has just a list of issues that he really, truly needs help for, but he said it's really just gotten harder and harder to be able to get the type of medication he needs, the amount of medication he needs. He's chosen to use medical marijuana as his source of medication, and he thinks that it works great for him, but for someone who is wanting what they want, they're going out on the street and they're getting it from God knows who, and they're eating God knows what. Yep. So weird. Isn't it weird? This opioid crisis, even with clampdowns, isn't going away.
No.
So,
and I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. It's kind of like a yin and a yang. It's got to find its balance.
Yeah.
So, I always think, if you do the right thing, I certainly respect the DEA and the Bureau of Dangerous Drugs and Narcotics and the Board of Healing Arts, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, if you're doing the right thing, they should just back off. I'm sorry, because I do take care of somebody for chronic back pain, and I love the guy. He's like my brother, and I've known him forever. And he comes in once a month. And,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and I keep his prescriptions pretty much the same, and he has bad days and good days, and he's very cautious with it, and we talk about it quite a bit. And he does real well. And am I a chronic pain doctor? No. Am I comfortable taking care with him? Yes. So
but it's a case-by-case basis because it gets dicey.
Because it wasn't for me, this guy would never get any relief from anything.
And it's really sad because obviously people abuse it, but there are also people who really need it. And now it's like the people who spoil everything for everybody all the time. You're like, man, all of us were getting along just fine. But we also understand that those types of medications, they just are addicting. So even if you're not trying to be addicted,
it's the abuse potential.
It is a slippery slope, and it is so sad. And thank God, if you're healthy enough to not have to take medications, that is awesome. And if you aren't, that is such a bummer.
Yep.
I don't even know how to say it. The bummer is almost like I'm not trying to make light of it. It's terrible.
You're just gonna have a hard time with it.
Yeah. Well.
Because if you get a good pain management doctor, and we've had a few in the area.
Yeah.
But if they write too many scripts or write the script for the wrong one, the DEA comes in, shuts them down, and just blows it for everybody. And I think a lot of the government agencies, they're not so much. They just want to put the little check in the box. Okay, I busted
They
this
have to
doctor.
make numbers,
let's
too.
let's bust this doctor. And what they don't realize is the ramifications and the ripple effect they're having throughout the
Well,
community.
you know what stinks is every single agency that exists, their purpose is to have numbers to report to whoever their boss is to show that they're doing something and that their job is worth having. And it's a weird catch-22.
It is, because it's
You
complete
want
disregard
people
for
to
the,
do the
for
right
the
thing.
unforeseen
Yeah,
consequences.
you want them to catch the things that are bad. You want them to do the things that are great. But if your numbers are down from the year before, that doesn't necessarily mean you're doing a bad job. That just means that maybe you didn't need it. But your numbers better increase every year, regardless what's going on. So it puts people in a bad position to do the right thing because they also are trying to make a living and support their families. And, not that it's okay, but that's the world we live in. And yikes, another depressing day.
Well, if anybody watched this videos, you know how I feel about the government.
Yeah. It's
Hi,
a
I'm
beautiful
from the
day in
government.
the
I'm here to help you.
neighborhood. A beautiful day. All right. Well, we're sorry that that's all happening, but
It is
I
what
guess
it
we'll
is.
see what happens
Yeah.
between coronavirus
So
and
this
these
was
opioids.
this
The
was kind of
world
a-
is on fire.
Yeah, this was kind of a hybrid talk, kind of doc talk, kind of trash talk.
It was, right? It is a trashy, dog talky type of day.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you have topics you'd like to submit to us, comment below or let us know if you like what we're doing. Maybe we'll switch it up, but probably not.
If you don't like what we're doing, keep it to yourself.
All right. Well, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you Friday for Free Advice Friday.